Do not make headlines for the wrong reasons. Very Reverend Father Michael Emery, CSSR. Now, check out this caption. Lawal Garba, Director, Public Prosecution, Ministry of Justice, Kebbi State, Nigeria, recently sworn in as Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Sounds good, right? Now listen to what the Honorable Chief Justice of Nigeria, Honorable Justice Kekere Ekom, said on the day he was being sworn in. She actually singled him out of the lots, and she said this. Let's read together. Among you, we are especially inspired by Mr. Lawal Garba, who, despite being physically challenged, has demonstrated extraordinary perseverance, dedication, and excellence in the practice of law. His achievement is a powerful testament to the strength of the human spirit, the triumph of talent over adversity, and the fact that determination and professionalism knows no bound. His accomplishment serves as an inspiration to us all. Lawal Garba was born in 1971 in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. He is married and has children. Garba started school quite late due to his disability. There was a lot of back and forth disagreement on whether he should be enrolled in school or run the street begging. But his father, an Air Force officer, defied the laws of the land and insisted that Garba must go to school. So, Garba was enrolled into school in 1980 at the age of 9 years old. To the glory of God, Garba completed his primary school education, determined, eager to learn and to proceed. And so, he furthered his education, went to the secondary school, which was a boarding facility, an adventurous fellow who really wanted to become who he wants to become. From secondary school, he gained admission into the prestigious Ahmadu Bello University Zaria in 1992, where he studied law with very good grades. It wasn't a smooth sail at all, as Garba would sometimes have to trek from his off-campus accommodation for lectures that were fixed as early as 7 a.m. From the Ahmadu Bello University Zaria, Garba proceeded to law school, Lagos campus, in 2001. There was going to be a hurdle, but Garba crossed it with the help of his grandmother, who sold her house to ensure that Garba made it to law school and graduated in due course. Garba was called to bar in 2003. 22 years exactly, Garba was sworn in as SAN, Senior Advocate of Nigeria.
This is Against All Odds.
I am actually very excited to sit here with a Senior Advocate of Nigeria. How do you particularly feel about that remark?
I'm so grateful to her. And another thing, I feel actually honored Being a single out of 57 of us that were sworn in on that day. That is on 29th day of September 2025. So when she was making the remark, I was feeling like even shedding tears of joy. Actually, I was overjoyed.
So tell us your story. Were you born like this?
I was not born like this. I was almost 4 to 5 years. That was around 1974 or 1975. I was enjoying my childhood then. The poliomyelitis stroke, and I found myself being disabled by the affliction. So that was the starting point of my life. So since then I had gone through so many turbulence, and glory be to God. Here I am today. God, in His infinite mercy, He made it possible for me to attain the peak of my profession.
This is Against All Odds.
He served in Kwara State, Ilorin. After his service year, he returned to his state and worked as an English teacher for a while. Then transferred his service to Ministry of Justice, Kebbi State, as a state counsel. His first obstacle was with a High Court justice.
The first question that he asked, let me quote him in his own words. He said, "Can you do it?" So I said, "Sir, with due respect, I don't have an answer to your question, but I will rather tell you my life story. Then you make your own judgment whether I will be able to do it or not." So I told him how I started, how I began my primary school up to tertiary level. After my graduation from the university, somebody from Kebbi State, I moved to Lagos, where I did my law school. From Lagos, I was given the choice whether to pick where I wanted to serve. As an adventurous somebody, I didn't pick anywhere. I said, let me see what nature would dictate for me. So I went to Ilorin. From there, I did my service. After the service, I went back to my state, Kebbi State, where I started working. So after giving him this, my story, my life story, then he was impressed, and he remarked. His remark was that, yes, indeed, you can do it, and you keep it up.
Lawal Garba rose diligently against all odds, in spite of his disability, through the ranks, mastering his skills of law with utmost dedication. He rose to the post of a full director, public prosecution.
So some of the counsel, being a lawyer from the state, prosecuting counsel, some of the defense counsel, they used to undermine my ability. But along the way, they realized very late how I can perform very well in court. Even though some of our colleagues, they had faith in me, knowing fully my dedication, my hard work, and but some few, they were in doubt. Till on 29th day of September, when my name came out in the list, I was sworn in, and the remark that you just read by Honorable CJN Kekere Okun, when she made that remark. So that is the journey so far.
There were some challenges that you had to pass through. Talk to us about this.
When you have financial difficulties or financial constraints, passing your exams is another thing. So overcoming, you pass, at times you fail some courses, and then you have to redo it again. I had to struggle with my peers, that is my mate. While they are playing, they realized that I couldn't play along with them. They made me to be the goalkeeper.
When asked what he will never forget and remains ever grateful to,
Let me quote him in his own words. He said, "To God be the glory, my grandmother of blessed memory, Takaura Dare Gombara. She sold her house to ensure that she financed or she get me the funds to pay for my school fees." So I'm so grateful to her. It's somebody that I can never forget, because without her, then I couldn't have the wherewithal to proceed to the law school. She did that to me, and she's no longer alive, but she made me to proceed in life. And here I am. The most unfortunate thing, she's late. She could have seen
yes,
what she had done to me.
exactly.
She planted, and now
and has blossomed
to
become
become a senior advocate of Nigeria.
Nigeria. I'm sure wherever she is right now, she'll smile. Her blessings will definitely be with you.
I hope so.
Yes. What does it take to become a son? Garba tells us.
Becoming an SAN is a cumbersome process whereby one is expected to at least apply with 10 contested cases in the higher court. And you need at least 5 to 6 contested cases at the Court of Appeal. And you need 4 contested cases at the Supreme Court.
Wow.
If you add up all the cases, at least you are having up to around 30-something cases.
Yes.
And they're all contested. Not a case that you just apply and walk like that. You have to show that actually you know what you are doing. And after that, they have to evaluate all the cases to see how you perform your advocacy skills in the courtroom, as well as your knowledge of law, that is your ability to write briefs and what have you. So you see, before someone can get all the cases, it takes somebody not less than 10 years. So you'll be preparing, and then you apply. They have to go back to you for inspection of your chamber or your law firm. I've been from the Ministry of Justice. They supervise my establishment, whether we have a good library, my office, and what have you. They all counts how you provide for your younger counsel. Even how you provide for their insurance, that's health insurance, maybe life insurance, and how you provide them with the modern library, e-library for that matter. So there are so many things that you need to do to overcoming such a hurdle. Is something that one may not want to apply again. And to God be the glory, I applied once and I'm able to scale through. Even when I was I was a child, I used to think very big. So when you think you have big ideas, so you start thinking of how do you make a difference in your life. So one thing that I hate in my life is to ask somebody, like begging, to rely on somebody, to depend on somebody. So I started thinking, how do I become self-reliant in life? So having that at the back of my mind, that is one of the driving forces that enable me to think big. And seeing the caliber of people, then in Sokoto, we had somebody that was physically challenged. We called her Hassana Tahir Kamba. I don't know whether she's still alive. So she's a newscaster.
Okay.
So whenever she was casting, I was so carried away that actually I want to be somebody like her. But later on, having known myself to be one of the troublemakers or troublesome, so I said the only thing that I can do and be on my own, even without being employed by any person, is law. And people that inspired me, one of them is Gani Fawahimi. The way and the manner he conducted himself in the 80s, the way he's challenging the military regime there, I was so inspired, and I wanted to be like him. So even though he got his SAM later on in life, we are calling him the senior advocate of the masses. So I wanted to be the senior advocate of the masses. So I didn't allow other people to define what I should be in life. So I defined myself. So even now, I feel like I have made the right choice, and I followed my heart, and here I am.
Here you are, the senior advocate of Nigeria. Fantastic. Now, talking about the senior advocate of the masses, you're someone who has grown through the ranks.
Yes.
You understand law very well. And what are the things now that you're the senior advocate of Nigeria? What are the things that you have seen and you think that you can actually correct or make better, especially when it has to do with the world of the disability?
We look at our laws. Most of the provisions are not physically challenged people. Even though it is said, let me just put a quote under quote, that we have disability laws protecting the rights of the physically challenged. But I feel that having the laws in books without putting same into operations is another thing. So I think my own contribution will be the advocacy for such laws when they are deficient, to make some kind of amends to take care of our physically challenged. When you look at our institutions, you see even the structures of our buildings and what have you, more particularly public places. You go there, you find out that no provision is made for the physically challenged. Yesterday, as I was on 29, as I was sworn in, actually I was made to be using even stairs, climbing from this place to the other, to the extent that before the process ended, I was so exhausted. I came out, I met my people, because so many people came from KB, and even people that are staying here, and there's some coming from other places, states, just to come and rejoice with me. The most unfortunate thing, when I came out, I was so exhausted to the extent that I nearly collapsed.
Wow.
So you see, if there are provisions for physically challenged or people with a disability, I think I wouldn't have
gone through all that. Accessibility
is another thing. So I think I need to do some kind of advocacy on that aspect. And another thing that I observed, once I was at the airport, I wanted to book for a flight back to Cape because I missed my flight. That was last week.
Okay.
So when I missed my flight so I wanted to book for another flight. Then when they looked at me, they were saying whether I could be able to manage. So they were contemplating whether it is even they can even give me the opportunity even to. So I was sort of thrown off balance to the extent that I remarked. I said, why are you treating people with disability as they are subhumans? You are now putting criteria saying that somebody must measure up to certain standard of health before he could be given the opportunity to book a flight. It's unbecoming.
Yes.
As it is inhuman.
Yeah.
So these are the challenges. We need to sensitize our people that after all, we are all human beings. Being afflicted with one one ailment or the other doesn't make you inhuman.
That's human.
What differentiates between human beings and the non-humans is our ability to understand that somebody is a particular state of or status for something that is not his doing. Because somebody like me, I didn't choose who I become in life.
Yes.
Only that I was able to overcome the obstacles, refusing to be defined by the society that I find myself in. Because they are looking down mostly on the people that are being challenged in life. So that is another aspect that I think the sensitization is very important in that aspect. Instead of, and the people like me who have thrived in life to become who we are, we owe it to the society to tell the people that disability at times may be harnessed to make it more productive in life.
Yes.
Because, instead of allowing people after having one kind of disability or the other to continue roaming the street without doing anything, I think we need to think twice, because we are not helping the society. You are making somebody to be dependent on you instead of making self-reliant to be the breadwinner of the family. So this is another aspect that I think, being senior advocate of Nigeria, I will use my status or my position in life to sensitize other people. Opportunity. And today, here I am, somebody that can beat his chest and tell you that actually he has arrived.
Yes. Somebody that can say he has actually made headlines for the right reasons. That's interesting.
Yes.
Oh, wow. And then when you walked in here with your beautiful wife and your daughter.
When I talk of my wife, she doesn't look at me as somebody with a physical challenge. She looks at the larger picture, who I am, who I present. So for that, she fought for me and I fought for her. Since 2002 to date, we are still together. Through the turbulence to where I am today. So I'm very grateful to her for all that she has done to me. That is even what translates to what I become today.
Yes.
I wanted to be an SAM because being a lawyer is enough. But excelling in the practice is another thing.
It's another thing.
So I put my mind that I must excel. I must make a landmark. I must excel in life, not only that in the practice. I want to show the other people that actually I can be whoever I want to be.
It is not just enough to be at the peak, says San, but to be a ladder for others to climb up to. San can never forget those who helped him. Hudu actually left us with this word saying, until you impact in the lives of people, you haven't actually achieved and gotten to the peak. And so he intends to duplicate himself.
I want to see that how we can break that jinx. So now maybe after my retirement from the government job, I'm thinking of venturing into politics. I'm already into politics in NBA, Nigerian Bar Association. I was the secretary of my branch. I was chairman of my branch. I have always been part of the NEC members at the national level.
Okay.
So now venturing into that, I may likely venture into the real politics to see how we can contribute our quota there. And if I'm venturing into that, I'm not thinking of just being a follower or a party man or what have you. I'm going to ensure that we break the jinx with context for positions to see how we can fare in that way, in that direction again. That is where we are heading to. Being a senior advocate comes with a lot of responsibilities. One of the responsibilities is to mentor the younger ones. I have plenty of them. I will try to see how I will mentor, nurture them to reach also the apex of their career as well as their profession.
You're obviously a very adventurous person, and I know that you're not going to stop. It is not over until it is over. Wow, thank you for keeping faith with us on this program today. It has been very impactful spending time with San, and I'm sure you have learned a lot, because I have also learned, do not allow anybody make you feel less than you are. San has been able to get to this position because he had positive circle, his friends, his family, his loved ones. Everybody just showered it on him and gave him the urge, push to keep moving and moving. And so the circle you keep, it's very, very important. Don't let yourself down. Believe in who you are and work towards it. You can. Yes, you can. My name remains Toshima Pius Ikirafi.
Audio Jungle.